Oh, wow. Holy cow. Craig Sullivan, we are back, baby. We are back.
Yes!
Only two people excited that we have returned in 2022. Shiny New Year.
There's a third, and it's our guest.
We'll find out who that is. But first, Craig, what time is it, my friend?
For Chinese food?
No, that's after the show when we rejoice.
Okay. It's time for an audit.
Yes. Hey, everybody, your friendly neighborhood Glenn here with the one and only Craig Sullivan, what are you doing in the Death Star Detention Center, my friend? What's going on over there?
Hey, we decided to change it up.
Yeah.
We've redone the studio. We've got a better lighting package. We got a lot of other things going on. And I decided to go the exact opposite of my bright, cheerful personality and go with a black accent wall.
Your personality is bright and cheerful. Is that like your New Year's resolution or something like that?
Well, after coffee.
Right. Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Well, listen, everybody, welcome to Friday Night Auto. We missed you over the holiday season. Hopefully this show right here won't be a lemon. I'm very excited because we've got a great guest. We're going to have some great fun. But, Craig, I went over to my Uncle Giuseppe's the other day because it was going to snow. And, boy, did it snow this morning. And it's really funny because I'm walking into Uncle Giuseppe's. It's January 6th. And I see a big giant Santa Claus statue thing in there, and I'm walking in. And all of a sudden, hear it over the speaker system. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And I'm like, what the heck is going on here?
But today is Russian Christmas.
Russian Christmas? Really? What happened? They're in such a rush. They wanted to have it again, so they brought it up
again.
Quick?
Yes, yeah, no. My dentist is from the Ukraine. She was telling me today was Russian Christmas.
Well, this is an Italian grocery store, but we'll let them get away with it. So, I want to bring in our guest, but before we do that, Craig, here in New York, it's been crazy. We got Omicron running rampant. I was supposed to go see a couple of fish shows over the holidays.
Isn't that Omicron?
Oh, yeah. Don't get me started with Omicron.
How about Omnicorn?
Yeah, listen, I made a resolution, no grumpy Glenn in 2022, and you're already ruining it for me, man. You're ruining it for me. All right.
I love you, brother.
I love you too. All right, everybody. Again, thank you so much for being here. So I could complain about not getting to go see my fish shows over the holidays, but they did play on New Year's Eve from the Ninth Cube, which is a hidden secret place, and we got to watch that online. So that was a whole lot of fun, and I just camped out. I think I might have gone, I don't know, many days without showering or moving or doing anything. It was
or talking to human beings.
Quite disgusting over here. But after a while, we just threw a big hood over the house, fumigated the whole place, cleaned it all up. All right, Craig, let's bring in our guest. What do you say? Why don't you?
Hey, I think that's a great idea. You know what? We've got the one, the only, Jessica Janis joining us today. She's a great friend of mine. She was responsible for us doing a tour at the Bank, California. It's the best stadium in California. It's the home of LAFC and the best concerts in LA. So, Jess, welcome to the show. How are you?
Great, guys. Thanks for having me. Super fun.
Jess, this is so exciting. I'm excited because I'm only half snookered right now. I'm looking forward to being completely snookered. I'm running around this lemon because you're really cool, and you sent us over this package with a little cocktail in it that we could make. So you know what that means? Probably means it's this time. That's right. Suck it, producer Nate. I'm 1 for 1 on remembering that. Cocktail Couriers delivered the most delightful package over here. And you hooked us up with some midwinter thaw drinks over here, which is very exciting. I guarantee mine will not look like this when we're finished. For one, I don't got the right ice cubes. And I certainly don't got that great lighting that's going on over there. So what do you like about this drink and this service and all that?
The service, I've got a little story about it. I had to get creative during the lockdown and COVID and reaching out to the hoteliers in an industry that I hadn't called on before. They put me in the role during COVID. So I couldn't go out and meet people. And I thought, what is a better way during the holidays than to ship drinks to a list of people that I know or barely know, and
Right.
hosted a virtual happy hour.
That's
So
cool.
Cocktail Courier made it all happen. A lot of people had a lot of positive feedback. And then in talking to Craig, he's like, you got to bring a drink or tell us what the recipe is. And I made it easy.
That's
Instead
great.
of,
I got
Yes,
the
you did.
sugar stuff on the rim, and I've already put that on over here. And I did.
and he said tequila was the only requirement. So here's to tequila and a
Yeah, and I got to tell you, I think that's my favorite quality of Craig's, that he always knows to get us tequila. So I really like that. So
we did have a guest that brought in a horrid drink, and we're not even going to mention his name. So, but for the people that don't know, Jess with Corning, and they do the fiber optics at the stadiums around the country. They did the Golden State Warriors new arena. They did the Bank of California, numerous college arenas, big hotels, various other projects. She's one of the nicest people. And I got to tell you, after seeing the system that she puts in, if you're building a ground up hotel right now, especially if it's got a convention center or a sports arena attached to it or a gaming casino, you need to have fiber optics. And Jess is the one to talk to about that.
Thanks, Craig.
well,
And
I think this is also
willing to do tours as well.
and also the one to get me some tequila. So we got that too. That's awesome. So do you have any places on the East Coast that you've worked with, or do you focus on the West Coast?
We are national. Well, Corning is a global company, but I've got projects all over North America, into Canada, Latin America.
I don't mean to show off, Jess, but I went on a tour there in 1981 in upstate New York and saw all that glass action happening. So it was very exciting, and made me realize a whole lot more than plates that they were doing up there, and that was long before fiber optics and stuff. So it's pretty amazing how that company's been able to change over time from having dishes my grandmother used to powering the entire future of our global economy and the way we interact with each other, like right now. All right, so I got my bitters in there. Now I got to do some apple juice, some lemon juice.
Hey, Jess, why don't you tell them the story of Gorilla Glass? Because I still find that fascinating and that most people don't know that.
It is pretty fascinating. So Corning has been around 170 years, I'll say ish. I might have that off by a few, but and we've always been innovating, right? We made the glass for Edison's first light bulb, and just we continue to innovate and create products and not knowing exactly what they're for. So, we invented Gorilla Glass. Didn't know what to use it for. We put it on a shelf, and Apple came to us years later asking for a need because they were creating the first iPhone. And to this day, it's our Gorilla Glass on pretty much all the smartphones that anybody probably has here. So, people like to ask, where is Corning? And everybody goes back to thinking it's my grandma's cookware. Oh, I've got that. I've got those plates, and we're so many other places. I mean, we've got, our fiber optics is our biggest division. We've got the big, huge fiber going underneath the oceans to enable the internet and everything else. We've got our major data center projects, powering folks like AWS and Facebook and all of those big ones. But we're pretty much everywhere you're looking on a daily basis.
That's pretty awesome.
And that glass is also on televisions, isn't it? Samsung's preferred.
Most any screen, yeah. We like to say if the device starts with an S on your wall, it's likely us.
Gotta love that.
That's pretty cool. So this is fun. So I put in apple juice, fresh squeezed lemon, spiced maple syrup, some bitters, and of course the tequila. I've shaken it all up. Have my
did we put extra tequila, or did you follow the menu?
I followed the menu. I followed the menu strictly.
Dump a little extra.
I put extra in.
Oh, I think I was supposed to put some ice in this glass. Let me put some ice in this glass. Oops.
Hey, I'm just proud of you that you got glass and you put the cocktail out there first.
Dude, yeah, when we first started this, we were making great drinks every week, and then we got so lazy, we were just like, F it, let's drink some damn tequila. Hey, cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
So great that everyone's joining us. Jess, thank you so much for being here with us. I hope everyone had a happy holiday season. Russ, cheers. Happy holidays, or happy post-holidays. I will tell you, this is the most difficult week of the year after the buzz of the holiday season, trying to get back and feel human again. But
did you ever really feel human before?
No, but I've been trying to fake it till I make it now. So hopefully, hopefully it'll come around.
So, Jess, you started hitting the hotel circuit before COVID-19.
So there was some crossover. Yeah. So when I started with Corning, I had the West Coast, and I was selling our cellular products, our distributed antenna systems. And I believe, Craig, that's when we met for the first time. It was my first lodging conference, and you might have been the first one to walk up and introduce yourself, and then continued to introduce me to anybody you thought was relevant to my world. So thank you for that. But I was helping a colleague out and helping him work that show, and then he retired during COVID. And so with that, they thought that hospitality would complement sports and entertainment well. So I'm having a great time, learning a lot every day.
I think that's a natural. Especially with a lot of the pro athletes investing in hotels now, and they have been for quite some time. The Admiral, David Robinson's a great case on that, and various other athletes, whether it's the NBA, NFL, or Major League Baseball, or the LA Football Club, our favorite. So I think that's a great call, and having that connection between cellular and now the fiber just makes nothing but sense to me. And I'm so glad you're focusing not only on the sports and entertainment, but the hotel industry. And we're pretty entertaining too. So just that's glad.
Well, we claim we're entertaining. I can't vouch for how people actually feel about us. I got to tell you, this is a surprisingly good drink, Jess.
That good? Yeah.
And so, Glenn, the first time I met you, I think, was at LA Live during Alice last year with Craig. And I told Craig after meeting you guys, I'm like, you guys got to get me on this fun happy hour. Like this is the podcast I want to be on.
It took almost a year, but I made it happen.
That's too funny. Glenn, Craig, who's you producing now? Dave is supposed to be producing, but poor guy's all bottlenecked up. He'll be on when he can be on, and then we'll make him regret the decision to come on. So we got that. My wish list: Gorilla Glass for sunglasses. I break 3 a year. That's a really smart idea, Daniel. I can't be trusted to own sunglasses. I lose them so quickly, so I just squint now.
Well, you could get transitions.
That would be too complicated for me.
So, Jess, tell us a funny story from the lodging conference, or Alice. Change the names and protect the guilty and the innocent. Just something that was really humorous to you.
Humorous on me. I'll laugh at myself. So at, let's say, lodging conference, you introduced me to somebody out of San Diego, and they cheers me, and I'm like, oh, great. And I said, let's just hope you're not meeting me at 3 a.m. because, I might be like getting on stage and telling a funny story about you tomorrow. And they're like, and from that point forward, there was a handful of people that like to call me 3 a.m. Jess. Although I wasn't definitely, I just made the reference. So that one stuck. We'll see what comes out of the woodwork there.
Oh God, that's funny.
Clearly, Suzanne, you are correct. You are correct. I can't handle more. I can't handle doing either the producing, bartending, or hosting alone, let alone try to combine them together.
But you have been cooking in the kitchen in your house, and you haven't set the house on fire. So hit the applause button for that.
There's still time. I was supposed to make this veggie chili this afternoon, but it's terrible. But I forgot to buy the tomato paste, so I screwed that all up, and I didn't have time.
That's so Chinese.
So now, my kids went out to shovel the driveway because we had a bunch of snow this morning, right? Snow day for everybody, but Daddy over here. So good for them. Then it's great. I'm like, okay with the snow day, and then Jess comes on here. Oh, I'm at my beach house. It's really awesome. So thank you for making me.
But it's 55 degrees here. I complain about 55 degrees.
Actually,
and it's foggy.
Actually, honestly, the snow is really nice here today, and my kids were so happy to be off. And my wife is off from school today, so they went out to go do the shoveling and stuff like that, and with the thinking that maybe I'd go pick up the tomato paste, but I said, screw it. I took a nap instead. And get ourselves some Chinese food.
There you go.
Mhm.
So, Jess, you've been traveling throughout COVID-19. What are
Yeah.
you seeing lately? I mean, is traveling gotten easier, or has it gotten more obnoxious because of some of the passengers,
So
or both?
my first business trip in 2020 after the lockdown was in May, and I flew from LAX to Dallas. It was my favorite travel experience ever because I drove straight into LAX, didn't see another car. I parked, I walked
Wow.
through, there was no one there. And I thought, this is great. I'm going to get as much travel done as possible. Loved that. You know,
Yeah,
and then it started
also,
trickling.
they're blocking off a lot of seats, so there weren't that many people on the planes. So it was
I
easier to
didn't
get
miss an
on and off.
upgrade. It was fantastic. And, you know, it was a little eerie, but I enjoyed the convenience of it all.
Well, other than the dystopian feel of it all, it was pretty cool. You know?
And people, what I found is those that did want to meet live, they were so grateful to have human interaction outside of their family that they saw every day, day in and day out. So it just kind of built relationships a little bit stronger for those that you were able to meet. And I had several trips after that. You know, Florida was pretty wide open and easy to meet with people. LA, on the other hand, was obviously a bit of a challenge and still is again. But I think it feels back to normal and busy again. The flight delays are super discouraging. You know, I was just talking about it. I'm going to drive to Vegas on Monday because I don't want to be delayed in the airport again.
Yeah, I don't blame you. But for somebody who lives where you are, that's not a ridiculous thing to do. I always drive anyway. I live out on Long Island. So if I'm driving anywhere, I have to be anywhere from Boston, Philly, DC, that whole swath, I always drive, because by the time you drive to the airport, you park, you do the whole getting there early thing, you get off, then you have no car, you get blah, blah, blah. You might as well just drive and turn on some music and have a relaxing time.
Do you know what you get between Orange County and Las Vegas? Desert.
Yeah, it's all
nothing.
Right.
It's empty. It's boring. Okay.
Conference calls and webcasts or then podcasts. It's all I do, or audiobooks. So it's
I like it.
But it's all desert. Sometimes it snows. You know, if it's cold enough, I'm driving through the high desert and it's snowing on me. It's kind of bizarre.
I think that's pretty cool. Much nicer than driving down the New Jersey Turnpike, let me tell you guys. So, you know,
like David.
Yeah, we got great sites like, you know, oil fields and you know, stuff like that. It's all like gas companies and you know, I think was BASF, the chemical companies there, and all sorts of stuff up in northern Jersey. The nice parts of Jersey they hide from us. I guess they put the highways right through the crappy areas over there. Oh man, this drink is really good.
Isn't that good?
It's not too sweet. I like it. Yeah, it's that bitters that calms it down.
It's very good. Love this.
Yeah, flight was canceled Monday from BWI to Raleigh. Amy saying about her husband wasn't going to miss attending the Duke basketball game Tuesday night, so he drove. He was able to go around the mess on I-95 South. Yeah, that would have sucked if he got stuck on I-95 South for like 25 hours or something like that. That was not a good situation over there. You know, I went down to the University of Maryland. I was there, and people in Maryland, Virginia, they cannot handle the snow. They're not responsible enough. They shouldn't be allowed to have it.
Do you think we are in California?
No, definitely not.
Okay. I don't know what to do when it rains.
I saw how offended Jess was then when I mentioned her beach house. She's like, it's 55 FU. So I get it. So the tequila we're having tonight, Michelle, is Libellula.
Never heard of it, but it's not bad.
No, it's good. We're liking it.
I can't speak to how it tastes on its own, but mixed into the cocktail, pretty good.
Well, I think a few more minutes and you will probably be trying it on its own. So you got the bottle open. Dang. Do it now. Do it now. Do it now, Glenn. Do it now.
All right, hold on. A.B. Chung, are we live?
Yes.
I don't know. I've been accused on the show already of not being a human, so maybe I'm not live. Maybe I'm just a robot. I don't know, but either way, we're here. And we're coming to you today, January 7th, 2022. Hey, cheers.
Jess, how were your holidays?
The holidays were perfect. I can't complain. Lots of good family time. My almost 14-year-old son had a blast and spoiled rotten as normal. So
Nice.
yeah, lots of time on the beach, lots of family, way too much food, and I can't believe I'm not doing sober January right now, but we'll keep it rolling.
Well, I'm not a big fan of sober January. You know, I just stay sober in between times I'm drinking, and I call that's plenty.
You mean when you sleep?
Yeah, I will tell you, I did not have a great holiday, at least when it comes to gifts, because you know, we don't celebrate Christmas, so they got nothing. And then I woke up on Christmas morning, and I'm like, you get nothing. But we did go see Spider-Man and have some really good Chinese food, which is actually the inspiration for tonight's Chinese food. So
Wait a minute. I thought you weren't doing Chinese food on Christmas Day this year or last year.
no, last year we weren't able to get Chinese food, so we got Japanese food. I think. I don't remember. Right. It was a little weird, but I'm pretty sure we did.
Well, last year was just a few days ago.
All right, Mr. Technicality boy. Yeah, I'm trying to run.
I thought you were having
I'm trying to do stuff, and you're giving me guff over year stuff with the 1 week cushion that we're still in over here. But yeah. So we did the Chinese food, and then we did Chinese food lunch at like 2:30 in the afternoon, and then we came home. I knocked it out for a little while, and then we went over to the multiplex, and we saw the Spider-Man. We had some popcorn, and we did all of that kind of good stuff. So that was a whole lot of fun. Jess, I was a comic book geek when I was my kids' age. My kids are 17 now. I actually sold comic books in high school and had a little business with it. So I was super geeky when it came to all that stuff. And I really like these Spider-Man movies. So it's great.
My son and nephew did a whole binge watch over one of the weekends of all the various Spider-Man movies. And before I took them to see the movie, it was fun.
Yeah, it is fun. Amy is saying, where's producer Dave? Listen, I hate to be the one to say this, but Dave,
I scared him away.
Dave is like, Amy Montgomery is going to be watching. I'm not coming on tonight. You have to choose between us. Unfortunately, Amy, we chose you. So I don't know. We'll see Dave around. As you know, Dave is, he's basically doing, like I said the other day, all the jobs at his hotel that he's working at right now. So I'm not sure. AB, I did cry, and I'm man enough to admit it. There was one part in it, which I won't spoil for everybody, that was very sad. And I was programmed to have a human emotion, and I shed a tear. So it was great. Yes, it's a big job.
Okay, so Glenn, are you up to date on the Book of Boba Fett?
No. I saw first episode, but yeah, when they changed these release schedules, Jess, I don't know if you're dealing with this crisis in your household, but all the Disney shows were coming out on Fridays, right? So you got your Star Wars,
Wednesdays,
Marvel. You know, it's very easy to avoid spoilers and all that kind of stuff and watch it with the family over the weekend. Now they screwed it up and they moved it to Tuesday, right? Because they don't want to interfere with Friday movie release schedules. So now I have to spend the time dodging the internet until I could get all four of us in our house together to watch this thing. And it's difficult. I got two teenagers and the wife, and it's like herding the cats and trying to get everybody together type of thing.
Hit the whining sound effect.
My poor son, when he's home with me, he's not watching Star Wars of anything. He is watching Emily in Paris. I'm teaching him about fashion.
Wow.
All right.
That is
nice.
He's actually a trooper, so
good for him.
Brownie points there. Yeah.
I watched
what are you taking him to Paris?
Exactly. There you go.
All right,
I mean, graduation from high school,
We'll see how junior high is. Yeah.
All right. Sand People Rock. I want to see Daniel, tell me if this is good. Tell me if that was the Tuscan Raider move right there.
Where's your stick?
I'm improvising, man.
Oh my God. But Jess, take your son over to Paris, have a good time, and that's that, high school graduation trip.
Yeah, maybe sooner. The kid's expensive. He wanted over the summer. I said, "Where do you want to go in the U.S.?" And he picked Hilton Head and wanted to golf all the best courses. And
wow,
Super fun. I mean, we had a blast. Nothing better than and we went through the South and saw a bunch of other properties and showed him some history along the way. But
That's
yeah,
pretty cool.
I need a sponsor for his golf game if anybody's interested.
Yeah, I need a.
No vacancy news.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jess, when you're ready to go over there, let me know because I've got a couple of people I can talk to about a hotel for you.
Cool. Love it.
Yeah, my kids were pretty easy this past summer because we've been trying to.
You locked them up.
I thought you said you weren't going to talk about that. We had an oath, man. So we were supposed to go to Japan in the summer of 2020, and then we were supposed to go in the summer of 2021, and we're supposed to go in the summer of 2022, but it's not looking too promising. So last summer, instead of doing that, what we did is I took them. I spent like 5 days taking them to different amusement parks within a 300-mile radius of here. So we just went on a lot of roller coasters and did that sort of a thing. So that was reasonably priced, but then we went out for super expensive dinners every night because, I was a terrible parent and got them involved in enjoying really good food too early. And now it's screwing me at every turn. The biggest mistake I ever made was when they were no, don't have that chicken McNugget. Have this piece of eel sushi.
At 3 years old, my son, we're boarding the plane to get to go to Hawaii, and we walking through first class, and he goes, "Well, Mom, why are we going to second class?" And I'm like, "Oh, kid." The whole first class cabin started laughing, but it was like, "Oh, buddy, I didn't get the upgrades today." 3 years old.
Yeah,
so he's spoiled.
That is so funny.
That's hysterical.
My mother was exceedingly pissed off at my dad. I don't remember what he did, but she called me and she goes, "I'm taking your son to Hawaii. I will be there in an hour to pick him up." And I'm going, "Okay, what's going on?" She goes, "I'm taking him to Hawaii and your dad's paying for everything. And it's going to be first class and we're staying at the Kahala and I'm going to max out the credit card as fast as I possibly can."
Why?
Fun. So he got the water with the dolphins and the pond there and everything else. And it just ruined it. He's calling me on the phone that used to be built into the seat ahead of you from first class. And I'm going, okay, that's like $20 a minute. What the hell's going on?
It was a lot of fun. Every conversation went like this. Guess where I'm calling from? You're not going to know where I'm calling from.
Yeah, that was it.
Christmas Story is my dad's all-time favorite movie, Chinese Duck for Christmas Dinner. You got that right. As a matter of fact, last weekend, I returned to the airwaves on a sportscast at 365sportcast.com, where I do a segment on BT Talks everything these days. We talk about food every week. And I focused on Chinese food, and we specifically focused on Peking duck. One of my favorites. Guys, do you like that Peking duck or,
Not my thing.
No. Oh. You should make it.
I'll try it again.
Yeah, you should. It's really, when it's done really well, it's done.
Yeah, but
really.
It's Glenn, it's like California, we don't have good bagels, and in Orange County, we've got horrible Chinese food. Now we've got great Vietnamese food. We've got great Korean food, but half of the population down here thinks that, friggin' P.F. Chang's is good Chinese.
Listen, dude, food. I wouldn't know because the only food I've ever had at your house is from that one pizza place. Like, literally. That's
right. Hey, you were supposed to get lobster, this year.
Jess, every time I stay at Craig's place, he has all these grand plans. We're going to barbecue. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And then we just get it.
So what pizza place, Craig?
It's just to make him feel
Which
good.
Pizza place?
Oh, it was something horrible. Don't worry.
No, it wasn't bad.
It wasn't Donatelli's or one of the other nice ones. It was a horrible.
So you have a great Italian food place right near you, across from the Village Inn. It's owned by the older Iranian couple, but it's an amazing Italian.
Yes,
love it.
It is.
That's where you should take him next time.
Trying to go in there and sit down and grab something to eat on the weekend is usually
it's challenging. So. Yes, for sure. Plan ahead.
Well, if Glenn comes out on a Monday, then I can get him a good meal on Sunday. So
yeah. Well, I'm sure the pizza will be terrific. I don't think I bought those tickets yet. I'm looking forward to coming out. Of course, what we're talking about is Click 5, March 9th? Right?
No, that's something else. March 10th is Click
Right.
5, live and in person at the JW Marriott. And Jess is now an exhibitor.
Yeah,
so
that's your welcome.
I
have the whole week blocked off. I'm so excited to be
fiber optic. Yeah.
Well, that's great. You looking forward to being with us then, Jess? That'll be great.
Yes, and I ordered. We're gonna put the Corning logo all over everybody in that building. So look, you guys can look forward to that one.
Yes, we are.
Nice.
They're doing the lanyards for the name badges. So yes, we are.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll be fun. What about LA, guys?
wait.
Are you guys going to be in LA in a couple weeks?
I'm planning to be in
Yes.
LA. Hold on before we get into that. Yes, Carol. As a matter of fact, for Christmas, we wound up doing Chinese food, but I was really looking at Peking duck places, and I checked out this particular place where they have the Hong Kong roast duck in half sizes, whole sides, Chinese breads, and all sorts of small dishes. But I didn't feel that the menu had enough of variety for what we were looking for that day. But I mean, check it out. I'm gonna go do that really, really soon. All right. Back to LA and Alice. Sorry about that, Jess. I take food very seriously, so sorry.
I totally get it.
Yeah. Can you help educate 5G and fiber optics is different than other what? Can
Public safety. Yes. Okay. So 5G and fiber optics. So 5G is just a it's the latest speeds in cellular technology. Faster is better, and there'll be a 6G. It just keeps coming. Public safety, which is what I think you're asking about, is basically the communications for police and fire and everybody coming into a building. So definitely different frequencies. You want to run it over separate systems. Every AHJ has a different code per city, per county. Definitely hire an integrator that understands the business, because you could spend money on things not necessary if you don't know what you're doing.
Who says we don't educate the public, Glenn? See, Jess is here. She got great information.
I said it. I've said it. That actually again goes against our code, because we're supposed to be the only show on the internet that makes you dumber for watching. And that's just gone ahead and screwed that whole thing up by teaching us.
I thought that was the other show.
Oh yeah. All right. That's No Vacancy Live. Which you can catch up Monday through Thursday, noon Eastern time, 9 a.m. California time. Now Michelle's craving duck. We are so different. So what is different with 5G? Has radiation, doesn't like everything have radiation, like my cable box and my microwave and my nuclear reactor that I have next to my my desk.
I would say watch a conspiracy theory podcast to get the answers to that one, but it's what there's different forms of 5G and different wavelengths and everything else. A lot of the stadiums right now are putting in what's called millimeter wave, which is a form of 5G. We've got those products being put into SoFi Stadium right now. It's at Chase Center. I mean, it's an overlay to existing what's called a DAS system, which is a cellular repeater. But yeah, I mean, there's radio frequency everywhere, but I wouldn't use radiation. I mean, I can't get into those conversations.
I've got a good conversation to get into. Have you guys ever had the spicy chicken sandwich at Gate 119 at Madison Square Garden? It's spicy. It's delicious. I highly recommend it.
Next time I'm there, Glenn.
Oh no. Nobody's been waiting for. Snowy Day Dave is making an appearance.
This show has not. Wait. What? Did you add to the buttons?
What are you at, a soccer match or something like that? What's going on over there?
Unfortunately, not all of us can be in our basements all day, every day, doing absolutely nothing. I have to work.
I'm offended. I'm in my mom's basement. Thank you very much.
Oh, so you actually out of the house today. Congratulations. But some of us have to commute, and that involves walking in New York City during The first snow day of the year.
Yeah, baby.
All right.
It snowed.
Producer Dave is taking one for the team. He's out on the streets. So, hey, Producer Dave, there's a rumor going around that New York City is the bong capital of the world.
The bong capital of the world?
Yeah.
I thought that was the house
every
and
time
Coke
you see a bong store,
no, I haven't owned a bong since my kids could say the word bong.
Yeah, he doesn't do bong.
Yeah.
So every time you see a bong store, put the camera on it.
I mean, I've never seen a bong store per se. I've seen smoke shops, and all of the bodegas and delis have them in them. Like, but there's no specific bong shops.
Well, that'll qualify. Okay.
Oh, I just missed it. I should have shown you guys. Let me see if this bus has it.
Loving the beard. We're loving
Hold on, take a look. Take a look. Take a look at a New York staple. The bus with the tire chains.
Oh, crazy.
That's New York's answer to snowy weather. Throw some teens in the back of the bus and send them out.
Dave, you got to get longer arms here, bro. Amy's saying your mouth looks great. She's also curious to what part of Russia are you in? What area of Moscow are you coming at us from?
It's the area on 42nd and 3rd Ave, so pretty cold over here.
Yeah.
Listen, you don't even see the best part about this thing. Look at this.
Oh, sweet.
Screenshot. Come on, somebody do a screenshot and send that.
All right, hold on. I'll do that. All right,
our man on the street.
I grabbed a couple of screenshots.
No, we did.
But let me tell you guys, you want to talk all this nonsense? When I'm walking across Midtown at 7 in the morning and it's 12 degrees outside, this hat keeps me nice and warm. So it was $20 on Amazon. It was the best purchase I've ever made, probably, and I'm good.
Yeah, Dave, I instead of insulting you, I'm actually going to defend you over here. I agree. When I lived in New York City, I had myself a nice, awesome, big furry hat, and I still have it, this amazing winter coat that made it feel like Miami inside. And between that and the hat, it was just like, you'd be like, oh, look, bad weather out there. Not in here. I felt so great. It was awesome. So
let me tell you guys as well,
yeah,
the best part about my coat, just give me a second because I didn't have it set up for this. By the way, sorry for coming in and just hijacking the show. Unfortunately, I was a little bit late today because of...
sorry you showed up at all, Dave. Don't worry about it.
Unfortunately, I was a little bit late today.
Dave, real quick. I'll send you alcohol if you show up on time for me next time. I forgot to send you your kit. I didn't know you were there.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I was late, actually. Yeah, that's why I was late. I was protesting the show because you didn't send me one.
He was over at the post office going, where's my kit?
Hold on a second.
He finds the bong shop.
Yeah.
So, I'm also wearing, and in my backpack, I have the accessory gloves, a heated coat.
Oh, wow.
Wow, look at that.
That is fancy.
So in a couple minutes, my coat will be nice and toasty in here. I have some big gloves I put on that has heated gloves. So when I'm doing my walk, because right now, honestly, it's not too cold. It's about 30 degrees out. It's really not bad. But in February, when it's like 4 degrees out, it gets a little crispy.
Right.
I thought you were getting ready to go on the road again, car trip with Glenn, like you did that up.
No, I did that one. I did that one time to the Catskills. I'll never go on a trip with Glenn again. I almost died that day. I didn't have my furry hat. I didn't have my heated coat, so I would have frozen to death. I didn't have Jess's alcohol kit to keep me warm because she never sent it to me. So
next week, it'll be shipped.
You know what? Always get on the short end of the stick here. I'm on the street freezing my butt off. You know what it is? You guys are like the news anchors, the nice warm news anchors, throwing it to the poor guys in the hurricanes, telling everybody to stay inside.
Right.
And you never get credited in any of the ads. You're right.
No, Craig and I have been working on our poses for our evening news stuff. Right. We're looking very serious, but we're also personable.
The hard part for that, though, Glenn, is that there's not a person on the face of this earth that will look at either of you and ever take you seriously.
What?
No, but you are making the big bucks is now running that entire hotel by yourself. And Glenn and I are really looking forward to coming over to help you and be the bellman there for a day.
Well, the big bucks is a very relative term in the hotel industry. But, you know.
They give you oversized dollar bills, but they're still.
Yeah, they literally give you big bucks
that
you can't actually use.
Or a box. Yeah. You can sleep in it.
That's too funny.
So catch me up, guys. I'm sorry I was a little late. I've had some literal, Glenn knows, and Craig somewhat knows, literal crisis after crisis at the hotel over the last week and a half. So I was dealing with some of that, a little bit late. I'm also breathing hard here because I just recovered from COVID last week. So I'm still a little short of breath. But what's going on? Catch me up. What are we talking about? Jess not sending me stuff?
We were just mostly talking about, what a loser you are for not showing up on time. You spent a good 35 minutes doing that. So what are you going to do?
And the weather in California, and now it's 55 degrees, and Jess and I are both freezing. But, other than that, life is good.
Haven't you ever heard of the term fashionably late?
It's all good.
Yeah, we made these great drinks, Midwinter Thaws, which is now a gone drink, and it had tequila, bitters, apple juice, lemon juice, spiced maple syrup with this great pineapple sugar crust on it. It was absolutely.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, guys. I have my own drink kit. Nice big empty glass of air. That's how much everybody cares about me.
I feel, Dave.
We just wanted to make you feel. Yeah, we just wanted to make you feel like you were at work where, everybody gives you a hard time and nobody likes you and all of that kind of stuff. But
listen, it's really more so my work makes me feel like I'm in no vacancy. It's really the same kind of pattern. It's just the other way around.
Ooh.
Oh, goodness gracious.
It's been about 2 weeks since we've done a show. I'm coming in hot today because I got 2 weeks of energy to get out. So
Here I thought you were coming in not today.
I thought you were being relaxed.
Yeah.
You guys can't get rid of me that fast. Come on.
So what's around you, David? We're not seeing any sights. All we're seeing is your beard and your nostrils.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
the most important sight, isn't it?
Your dental work, by the way. Yeah, now we're looking at your earlobe, which is beautiful, by the way.
Well, see, because I ordered these snazzy headphones that Craig sent me. Because, when I'm walking through here, I want to be able to hear you guys better. They haven't shown up yet.
Of course they have. There's a shortage.
They're at the post office with the drink kit.
No. They're on the container ship outside my house.
Right. Yeah,
There's like 12 container ships out in front of my house right now.
So you could see container ships out there?
Yeah.
They're all the way back into Orange
my view
County.
of Catalina.
Yeah.
Wow. Sorry. I didn't bring this up, but the question is from Michelle. Craig, where's the puppy? Where's the baby? She's supposed to be on the show.
Put me in the back. Let me go get her. Put me in the back.
All right. Put me in the back.
Oh, well, Craig has basically said he doesn't want to see my ugly face because I'm on the show for 3 seconds and he's asking where on earth is the on the go cam. So here it is. Again, today being the first biggish snowfall of the 2022 season. Yeah. As you can see, New York City does a pretty good job getting rid of it, as they should.
Dave, the intersections all started with having like 3 feet of worth of mushy pond water and stuff like that? That's dirty and disgusting.
Yeah. And I'm sure at some point.
Dave, I'm sorry, but something much more important has come up.
Or the baby.
Oh, yes. Agreed. Give us a one shot there, Glenn.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Craig. You're on a one shot. Take it away, brother.
Hey. There she is.
She's gotten so big, bro.
She has. She's grown a lot. And she is 14 weeks old today. So Makai is getting big. She's going to doggy school. We've got an interview with a trainer on Monday. So she's doing great.
Aww.
Look at that face. Look at that little face. You're so cute. Yes, you are.
What's
She
the
has
best
just
thing
brought
she's
so much happiness into the house. Look at her.
Has she eaten any of your shoes?
No, but she chews on my tennis shoes a lot, but she doesn't destroy them. She kind of, gets them all wet and then throws them aside. So, but she's trying to eat the cord for my headphone, for my earplugs. So, aren't you? Aren't you? Look at the camera. Look at the camera.
This is for you, Glenn.
Oh,
What's that, Dave? Oh,
This
yeah.
shot's for you.
All right, so in New York City, this is one of the worst things. Every single time it snows, you get these disgusting areas of slush and water and ice all accumulating at every single intersection. You have to learn how to leap and do these Olympian type moves in order to be able to avoid it. It's really
Jess and I don't need to learn that. Thank you very much.
It's really, really freaking annoying because none of the store proprietors clean that particular area, and it's absolutely disgusting. And where I would say 99% of all of the winter-related, snow incidents happen. Oh, Dave, have you ever? Yeah, go on.
Good. I was going to say, if you want some good entertainment value, watch the New York City Olympics long jump over the snow, and you will see some hilarious falls.
Yeah. It's true. It's some of that dark ice and people go flying. It's total insanity. But to me, that is the only real negative thing about New York in the winter. We had some great snows when I was living in the city that it's so bad the city can't cope with it, and it's like abandoned buses in the streets and
I
stuff.
don't understand.
It's unbelievable.
I will say,
I don't understand how snow is great. I really don't.
Well, so New York City, when it's actually snowing, I like a lot.
80 degrees. Yeah.
It's very pretty. It's nice. And then I have kids to go shovel the driveway. So worked out nicely for me.
Oh, I just have to go do that tonight when I get home.
Look at that. Look at Makai. There's Makai. Say hi. Say hi. Let's stand up a little bit. Oh, hello. Cheers, Dad. What are you doing to me? Put me down. Such a good girl.
So it's already almost 5:50. Who's ready for a couple extra minutes of overtime?
Hey, throw a snowball at somebody, Dave.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to get arrested today.
They don't have time to arrest you for throwing a snowball.
The next person that asks you, Dave.
Here, ready?
Come on, we're waiting.
Right there, right in the eye.
All right. So, Dave, the next person that passes you, ask them what their favorite blend of marijuana is. Let's see what they say.
So you know what? I'm not going to do that because, again, weird.
Ask them what their favorite strain is.
But I will ask Glenn a question because, and not because Glenn would know this any more than anybody else.
Is that because I brought up marijuana?
Because Glenn's a New Yorker like myself, and he may know things like this because of his New York ability. Can you explain to me what the Weed World trucks actually sell?
I wanted to know that too.
They sell CBD type products. It's a total scam, and it really actually offends me on a visceral level because it's the same thing that's going on the Las Vegas Strip, where they have these stores that have marijuana symbols and stuff like that, making people feel as if they're getting it, but it is not real. It is not legitimate, and it is not legal yet to sell recreationally. Don't fall for it. Stick with the guy that comes to your house with an assortment of weed in a fake cereal box. They're much more fun, and they leave right away. They're very nice.
Or just come to California and go to a real store.
Hey, one day, don't rub it in. One day we're going to have it's legal now to smoke in New York, but they haven't yet figured out the rules on how they're going to do the stores and stuff like that. But to be fair, it's not like they have a lot of other states that they could just look at and see what works and maybe use best practice.
What you really mean is they haven't figured out the tax structure yet.
Yeah, right.
That's exactly it. Okay. Yeah. It's all about taxes.
Yeah.
So, David, the next cop that you come across, or ask this person where you could buy knockoff watches and purses. Okay?
Well, this person here is working. She's actually working very hard. I'm buying a product from her at the Great Winter Wonderland store. It's a great product called Cookie Dough. which is
You
basically
mentioned that the last show.
yeah. Well, I'm doing it again because I love it so much and I'm fat. So. And because Cookie Doo was not on 42nd Street, typically, I have to take full advantage because once it goes back down to Washington Square Park area, I'm not going down there. Thank you. So,
Ask her where you can buy a fake Rolex.
well, I would have to ask her. I know where to go for that.
Even I know where to go
No,
for
because
that.
you want to see their reaction. That's why. Hey, Glenn, why don't you put me in the
Craig,
back?
when we talked about this Dave on the go
You
thing,
got to go in the back room for some reason. You did want to go in the back room, right, Craig? Is that what you asked?
Yeah.
All right.
But,
All right, I got you. All right, I don't know what you're saying.
it's okay. At this point, he's talking about drugs, Rolexes, marijuana. Like he's over here trying to get me like punched out on the street.
Yeah. Dave, by the way, I don't know if you realize this, but your thumb is like basically blocking 90% of the
Yeah, I don't
camera.
know what I'm looking at.
At first,
there,
I thought you were doing it on purpose to hide that woman's face when you were at the store, but it's persisted.
It was actually my credit card because my credit cards are in the back of my phone and they had slipped out a little bit. So the Winter Wonderland is starting to shut down.
Stuff there, Dave?
Not really. The Winter Wonderland typically shuts down after Christmas.
Yeah.
Most of the stores do go bye-bye. A couple of them stay open, like Cookie Doo, that are facing the actual rink,
right?
Because people are still interacting around there. And it's food, but a lot of the little mom and pops shops they close up once Christmas hits. It's probably just not profitable enough for them.
No, totally.
I mean, that's how it is. New York City in January and February, it's not exactly busy.
Yeah, Jess, I don't know if you know this, but one of the cool things about New York is in different areas where they have different parks and squares and stuff like that, they set up these little temporary holiday shops. So they have them in like Midtown and downtown, and it's really nice. Particularly, I really like the one, Dave, in Union Square. You know?
Yeah, that's a very nice one. It is a nice one. There's definitely different ones. Maybe one day next year, maybe I'll go down there and we'll do it from there. But let me guys show you real quick what Glenn was talking about the Olympics. This is a real nice puddle we got going on here.
And Dave, no, I'm not trying to get you punched out. I'm trying to see reactions on various other people.
Yeah.
Well, the reaction will be them punching me out.
Yeah.
No, it won't.
So, Dave, how far do you walk?
Ask the FedEx guy if he uses UPS. You
gotta walk like 7 blocks and like 4 avenues or something like that, right?
Well, I don't really walk any blocks, to be honest. It's really 2 blocks from 44th to 42nd. But I got to go from 3rd Ave to 8th Ave, which is 5 avenues. And from those who don't know the grids in New York City, what's an avenue?
Jessica and I are looking at each other going, what the fuck is he talking about?
I miss New York.
Block's a block.
One avenue is about 3 blocks, I think, right, Glenn?
Yeah,
4 blocks?
Yeah.
So
that's an East Coast thing.
It's about a mile.
A block
we drive everywhere. We don't walk.
A block takes about a minute to walk by. An avenue takes about 3 minutes for the average size, but the avenue sizes do change a little bit depending on where you are in town. But the street size, the regular street blocks are more consistent.
So it's about a mile walk if you Google Map it. It's about 20 minutes. It's not a bad stroll. It gets me some exercise.
Yeah,
saves me some money because I'm not paying for the MTA.
Uses UPS. Just do it.
Just do it.
What are we UPSing?
Ask the FedEx guy if he uses UPS.
Craig has become very sassy today.
I know.
There's something you guys don't know about me.
It's tequila.
This is really good.
Yeah.
My license plate reads J Sassy.
That's right. It does.
Nice.
It does.
So Dave's not allowed to be sassy. That's me.
All right, Dave. That's a good thing you're Snowy Day Dave and not Sassy Dave. That's a
Sassy Day. Sassy Day Dave. Maybe that's my name for next Friday. Sassy Day Dave.
Yeah,
and I'm just coming extra hot.
Don't say sassy. I don't want you involved in a bitter lawsuit. It's not going to be good for anybody.
Yeah.
We're going to take Jess's side. I'm sorry.
You know we can do that because I'm going to be on the road walking back every day at 5:30, every Friday at 5:30 now. We can ask the viewers what kind of landmarks they may want to see. And within reason, I am not walking down to the World Trade Center. Thank you very much. But
No, just ask the people that you come across bizarre questions. Let's see what they have.
What landmarks do you have near you? You got that Red Lobster over there. I know that's
well,
big.
there's the Yard House,
Give
the
me
Red
one.
Lobster.
Go in and ask the receptionist if they could take a party of 45.
There's the subway
right?
station. No, but honestly, as I'm looking back, I can go back to the Port Authority a number of different ways. We can go past St. Pat's Cathedral, Rockefeller Center, Times Square.
There it is. Hit the applause button, Glenn.
Why
Nice. Love it.
Should it be on your car?
I only have it on the back. I didn't put one on the front, so this was in my house.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
David, walk into the Gap and ask them where the local Target is. See what they do.
Where do you see a Gap?
Figure that. Okay, go into Red Lobster and ask them where McDonald's is. All right.
How many kilos has Craig had today?
Yeah, plenty. That's great. Yeah, you should go into Red Lobster and ask if you just get a cheddar biscuit. Ask how much is one cheddar biscuit to go.
Well, you know what? I already did pass the Red Lobster, but keep that one on the back burner for next week. I will do it. I promise.
All right.
Okay.
There is a level of stupidity that I will do, but it's not typically talking to random strangers on the street holding a phone in their face in the current time.
Oh, come on, it'll be fun.
No, I think we put some prizes in play for the level of stupidity you'll do.
You just threaten to breathe on them. They'll really like that.
Oh yeah, especially around here in New York.
Yeah, that's true. We're a little sensitive about things like that. All right, guys, listen. I hate to.
Did it? Is that
getting
it?
real close to the end over
Well,
here.
you said we were doing overtime for me today.
Did I?
You just said that.
I said that?
Yes.
Oh, I thought the tequila said that. Keep walking, baby. I'm not going anywhere then.
Hey, pick up a cone and use it as a megaphone.
Yeah.
Listen, somebody again.
Say random things through it. That's
Somebody has to work in this jumbled lot of misfits of our great show, and that's me. So I need to go ahead. Okay, so Glenn.
We don't contest that at all, David.
Wait.
We know that you work.
Glenn,
Okay.
Glenn,
Yeah.
can you explain to anybody who's not from New York, and I'm sure other East Coast cities, they know this, but for the Californians,
Right.
tell them the importance of this shot right here. Not so much for Manhattan, but more like Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx, outer boroughs. And
Right.
the limitless amount of fights that happen
Right.
as someone moves their car, opens up their spot. Is it fair for someone to put a chair there and save it? I will let you take it away.
I will say no, and there's a special place in hell for those kind of people. They are the Karens of New York City. You can't do something like that. It's first come, first
So
serve.
explain what we're talking about, though, for those who are not indoctrinated into the West
We
East
get
Coast.
that out here on Balboa Island too. People put out chairs, they put out cones. And
But
we got
here's
others
the
going
thing,
by
Craig.
golf cart.
Here's the argument, though, Craig. Out in wherever the hell you just said, Balboa Island, I'm imagining there's not too much snow there. So people are just saving spots to save spots. Here, especially after a big snowstorm, you do have to put in about a good hour of work to shovel out your car of the shit that's there. So does that work give you the right to secure your spot?
No, it does
No.
not. No, it does not. Hell no.
No. That's part of
Hell
live.
no.
That's part of life living on the streets in New York City. I mean, you've got no
There you
choice to
go.
park your car in the streets. Big problem is it really cuts down the amount of spots there. So when you have a storm,
Right.
it's really important to get out and clean your
Exactly.
car really quick
Yeah.
and try to clean it out so that all doesn't turn to ice. Because when you do eventually try to get out, it's all going to be a giant ice cube, and it's going to be impossible. So first thing is you got to clear it off. Then you've got to try to wait as long as possible for as much snow to melt before you actually leave and move it, because there's no way in hell you're going to get a spot again. And if you do, it's going to be a whole pain in the ass trying to park between two icebergs in a much smaller space than you typically do. The whole thing is a mess. Snow in New York City is not fun if you have to move your car every day.
And again,
So
we're
David,
not
the
talking about
next
Manhattan as much. We're
door
talking about the outer boroughs that have, they don't have the parking garages. They don't have the parking, lot so you can kind of park it safely or underground or undercover, I should say. So
Dave, I don't know. One of the funny things is when we were in Brooklyn, obviously it's still there, but I'm just not in Brooklyn any longer. What we had was, we had alternate side of the street parking kind of thing. So what that is on Mondays and Wednesdays between 10 and 1 o'clock, you can't park here because they've got to come by and clean the street. So people had businesses where they would move your car and park it on the other side of the street, blocking in every other car on that side of the street for that period of time, right? And then they would move your car back after the street sweeper came in. So everyone would get their same spot back and not get a ticket. So it's like
that was the Seinfeld episode. I know this stuff.
Well, George pulled into the spot.
And it's a Newport Beach
Right,
thing.
George is backing into the spot, and the other guy was pulling into the spot. Because when you get a good spot, you don't want to give up a good spot. So it's the weirdest thing.
Exactly.
Let me tell you, Jess.
Do people still do that, though, is my question. Or what?
Yes.
When you get a good spot, you don't want to do anything ever again and move your car. You just
You don't
tell
need
everybody you can't go anywhere. You've got a great spot. It's
the only time you leave your spot is if somebody brings their car, a friend brings their car to save your spot.
Yeah.
Craig, do you
leave
have parking on Balboa Island, or do you have to go fight for spots?
No, no, we do the same thing.
I mean, the other part of it too is
you put a golf cart out, save the spot. People who put out cones and beach chairs are freaking ridiculous because other people are going to come by, grab those, and throw them in the front yard. Okay, done, over with. Now, nobody moves a golf cart. Nobody moves a car. That's it. Boom. So like today I had to go up to LA. My Higgins showed up when I needed to leave. I pulled out. She pulled into my spot, and she's there. When she leaves, I'm moving my car back in front of my house. So that's how it works.
Got it.
But
they also do a lot of in the outer boroughs. They do it in Jersey too.
And a beach chair, no fucking way. Move them, get rid of it.
So one other thing that people do, I don't know if they do it. They may do it in Cali too, but they do it out here in Jersey and some of the suburbs by the train stations, and they do it in the outer boroughs too. Is houses that have driveways that whether the car either they don't have a car or their car is out of the driveway because they're working. They'll rent out their driveway spot to other people. Yeah. For cheaper than it would be to park at the train station or something like that. So they'll pay $50 a month, and people will park in their driveway.
Well, Glenn was doing that, but he's building a studio. So, once he's got the electrical and the water hooked up, that income from the people leaving cars there goes away. So.
That is true. Dave, so where are you right now? Are you
let's see a storefront from Dave.
Heading up.
Oh, there we go.
To my bus gate so that I can go home.
So you're at the Port Authority station at 42nd and 8th, yes?
Correct.
Yep.
So again, it's a pretty straight walk across 42nd Street to my bus stop for my jobs. It's actually a lot easier than I ever imagined because I always swore I would never work on the east side of Manhattan because I never wanted to have to go across town. But as long as I'm in that 44 to 46 range, maybe 35 to 44 range, where it's a not bad walk, I'm cool. Once you get up to the park and some of these other luxury hotels, like about 70th Street, it's a real pain in the ass to get there.
Yeah, that's really far away.
Yeah, so you got to come in, take the subway, walk across the park. All these spoiled things that we do here in New York. Kind of those first world problems.
I think that Craig on your next episode or two needs to do some walking through the island and show everybody of the world what Newport Beach looks like right now.
We're waiting for Glenn to come out because we're going to jump in my golf cart. I need a cameraman, and then he can spin the camera around back to both of us. If I'm driving and got the camera,
Dave will be with us too. We could do a family.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Dave. Dave,
so next week, David, we want to see more storefronts. Look for bongs in the window and we'll have a list of questions for you to ask the people on the street.
Bong's in the window.
Cliff, I think you can call it a day.
Yeah, Bong's in the window sounds like a great love song, doesn't it? Yep. All right. And now the moment.
Yes, thank
And now
you.
the moment we've all been waiting for. Hold on, Craig. We've got a very important graphic to run. That's right. It's Plug-a-Palooza. Both the moment you've been waiting for, not just because you get to hear us shamelessly plug stuff, but also because the show is over. Jess, thank you so much for being here. Plug away. Tell us anything you want about Corning, and feel free to be as shameless as you'd like.
Well, I won't talk about Corning. I'll talk about myself. Come if anybody is at Alice, please visit me. I'm presenting at the Tech Challenge on Monday morning. I will be at Night of 1,000 Stars on Sunday night, but I would love to meet y'all live if you're in town.
Awesome. Dave?
Same thing as always. Check out Times Square today. Again, we have the one out there that was talking all about New Year's Eve celebration, kind of the things that go into making that happen in Times Square. It was a really fun episode. The November episode was a great one, too, talking about community affairs, which we'll be doing a live show from No Vacancy soon enough. And I'll be waiting for my alcohol box, Jess, very patiently.
Dave,
Craig will send me your address, and it'll be there next week.
No,
well, see, hold on. Let me, Glenn, what's your address again so I can put it on the camera?
Yeah, right.
I'll send it to you.
I'm already dealing with enough hate mail via email. I don't need it in the real mail as well. Dave, I'm surprised you didn't plug your dentist, since this whole show is basically featuring the back of your mouth. Yeah.
Well, see, again, because the problem is that I'm missing these headphones. I can't really hear you guys if I don't have it like right up against my face. Plus, who doesn't want to see all this?
There you go.
Me?
You're the man. You're the man.
Craig, I'm counting the moments to March 10th. What's going on?
Well, before March 10th, the return of Click Connect. So we've got a new set built. We've got a whole bunch of stuff coming on with new guests, different topics. Jess is making her appearance on Click Connect as well. And, you can find us on social media. So get there and also register for Click 5 live and in person on October 10th at the JW Marriott Anaheim Resort.
Did he just promote?
Don't forget about our blogs and our newsletter that comes out weekly.
Craig, am I still beating Glenn in the Click Connect view race?
You are.
What is the Click Connect view race?
Yeah, what is that?
Maybe this.
I went in.
Yeah, I don't like losing to something I don't know about.
David has got more views than Glenn on YouTube.
For what?
For our Click Connect episode.
When you guys were on Click.
All right, that's insulting. I'm gonna go.
I think I need to be back on Click.
I need to start aggressively promoting this sort of thing. I can't live like this.
He may even be beating you by about a cool 1,000.
All right, everybody. I've had enough of this show. I can't handle this.
Thank you, Jeff.
All right, listen, be sure you go to Click Connect. Don't hold it against me, or don't hold it against Craig, that I will be there. Check out No Vacancy Live 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday at noon. Check me out Sunday nights on 365sportcast.com on BT Talks Everything. That airs at 7 p.m. on Sunday nights. I'll be getting back on the road. I will see you all at Alice, but instead of being wherever Jess is, I'll be at the Yard House probably most of the time, and in that courtyard.
No, I'll come find you guys.
Back. Yeah.
You know where we're going to be. Tell them.
Are ever going to be at the
You and I are both going to be at the Wayfair.
Hotel.
Yes,
So Vacancy Live will be broadcasting there. And
am I going to be on it?
We'll be doing a special Friday night audit from there, and all of our friends are invited there. I think we're going to do that on that Wednesday night. I don't know how many of y'all are going to be still around there, but we're going to do it on that Wednesday. I think 5 p.m. Vegas, LA time, 8 p.m. New York time.
You almost got it.
Almost. It's tequila talking now. All right, everybody.
Bye,
I
guys.
think that's enough for us today. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week right back here, 5 p.m. East Coast time, 2 p.m. West Coast time, Friday night audit. Thanks so much for being here. See you. Bye. That's the wrong one. I want to do this one.
We're out.
Out. See ya.